Namaste, welcome. This is your yoga practice for the start of your program. Getting started by lying down on your back in Shavasana. So Shavasana is also called corpse pose. We use it at the start and the end of practice. At the start, it's a way to connect to the body, to relax a little bit through the nervous system and prepare for the practice. At the end, it's about completely integrating after the practice, fully relaxing, allowing a rejuvenating, regenerating relaxation to take place. So lying on your back, getting set in Shavasana for a few minutes, letting your feet splay out to the sides, arms slightly away from your body. Relax as much as you can into your body, releasing the weight of your body into your mat. Scanning from your body, starting with the soles of your feet. Bring your awareness to the soles of the feet, tops of the feet, lower leg, upper legs, buttocks, hips, through your belly, low back, upper back, chest, and from your fingertips through your arms, into shoulders, neck, through your face, your jaw, cheeks, mouth, nose, eye, forehead, to the crown of your head. Just a relaxed awareness through your whole body as you lie in Shavasana. And from here, begin to bring some gentle movements into your body. And slowly pulling knees into your chest, hug your knees in tight. Take a few breaths into your belly in Apanasana. Inhale to lift your head up off the ground, curl into a ball for a breath. Exhale to release your head back down. Take your feet down to the outer edge of your mat, arms out to your side at shoulder height, palms facing up. As you exhale, lower both your knees towards your right. Inhale to center. Exhale to left. Inhale to center. Continue with your own pace of breathing, side to side knee drops. Arms and shoulders stay down as you drop both knees towards the ground to wherever they're comfortable. And returning back to center, curling into a ball once again, and then start to move along your spine, roll around, make your way, if you can, rolling along the whole length of the spine a few times, and then all the way up to seated position. Seated, comfortable posture, cross-legged, or you can come into easy pose. You can also use a block if seated in cross-legged or any seated position is uncomfortable, to raise your hips up. A pillow works as well. So any comfortable seated posture. Sit it upright. We'll do a short 3-part breath and some ujjayi breathing to start our practice. So shutting down your eyes, sitting upright. If you need to, you can take one hand to your belly and your other hand to just below your breast and your rib cage. We're going to breathe into all 3 parts of the core of your torso. So wherever you are in your breath, exhaling now. Inhale to completely inhale into belly for 1, 2, 3. Expand into chest, 2, 3. Upper chest, 2, 3. Exhale slowly from top to bottom, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, belly, 1, 2, 3. Chest, 2, 3. Upper chest completely fill with air. Exhale slowly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, belly, 2, 3. Chest, 2, 3. Upper chest, 2, 3. Exhale slowly, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One last round on your own. Completely expand into each compartment. Fill the belly, fill the chest in all directions, and fill all the way up to the brim, and exhale slowly with control. Now, coming back to natural breath, sitting upright, move into Ujjayi breath. So this is creating a slight constriction in the back of your throat. So you're making a slightly oceanic or raspy sound as you breathe. Inhale slowly with control. And exhale slowly with control. Long, slow, deep inhale. And long, slow, controlled exhalations through the nose. Breathing in and out through your nose. And as you breathe with this Ujjayi breath, feel your body filling from the bottom, awareness moving up all the way through to the top of your head. And as you breathe out from the top of your head, back down to your base. Inhale with control. And exhale long and slow. One more of these Ujjayi breaths. Bringing hands to heart center, sitting upright, starting our practice with a single Om, wherever you are in your breath, exhaling now, and inhale for Om. And slowly opening your eyes. Inhale to bring both arms overhead. Reach and extend through fingertips and lengthen up through your spine. Exhale to fold forward with length as far as your body will go, and then take your hands down to the mat in front of you. Inhale to lengthen through your spine, grow taller, and exhale, perhaps you can walk a little further forward and make your way down further towards the ground. Continue to stretch forward with the crown of your head and sink down into your hips. Your buttocks is rolling down towards the ground and the spine stretches forward. Aware of each breath in and each breath back out as you hold. Breathe and fill the back side of your body in this pose. Feel the expansion through the back of the ribs, the lower back, and into the hips even. Inhale to slowly raise back up, arms overhead, lengthening up. And exhale to bring your hand down to your side, towards your right, lengthening towards the side of your room. Reach at the top arm and lengthen through the whole left side body from your outer sitting bone all the way through your side body into your fingertip. So you can have your hand down, or if you're more flexible, you can lower down to your forearm. If you can't get down to your forearm, but you want to go slightly deeper, you can use a block underneath your forearm to allow you to move a little further. Inhale back up to center and exhale across to your left now. Continuing to ground down through your outer right hip, lengthen through the whole side body, and breathe into that side of your lungs, feeling the expansion. Inhale back up to center, and exhale, hands coming back down to heart center. A few breaths here. And then rolling forward onto hands and knees, tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Begin your cat-cow spinal warm-up. Inhale to arch your back, look forward, and exhale to round through your spine, starting at your tailbone, moving through your spine, and tucking your chin to your chest at the end. Continue with your own breath, inhaling as you arch, and exhaling as you round. Moving with control, but fluidity through your spine. Coming back to neutral position. Inhale your right hand up, left leg back. Extend through your fingertips in line with your shoulder, and push back with your heel in line with your hip. So lengthening in opposite directions. And as you exhale, round in, draw your knee towards your inner thigh, knee towards your chin. Inhale, reach and extend, lengthen back out. Find that same position. Exhale, round in. Inhale to lengthen back out. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale to round in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, rounding in last time. Inhale, lengthen out. And exhale, hand and knee down. Inhale, opposite hand and leg come up. Find that position, find the strength of it. Exhale to round in. Inhale to reach and extend. Exhale, rounding in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale to round in. Inhale, reach and extend. Exhale, last time, rounding in. And inhale to lengthen back out. And exhale, hand and knee back down. Now spreading your knees wide, big toes together. Exhale to push your hips all the way back to your heels. Walk your hands forward in front of you. Take your forehead down to the mat. Spreading through your fingers. Pressing into your whole hand equally. Lift the forearms and straighten the arms. Now use the strength of your arms to push your hips back to your heels. Your hands should be shoulder width apart. I like to touch the pinkies to the outer edge of the mat. So continue to feel yourself pushing into your first knuckle and rolling your upper arms away from the ears. The shoulders move away from your ears and sink your hips back into your heels, stretching forward through your spine, taking 2 more breaths here. Inhale to raise back up, tabletops, keeping fingers spread. Exhale, tucking your toes under, push your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Lift up and back into your hips and walk one heel to the ground at a time, a few times to loosen through the lower legs, cycling the legs out, the heels out to the ground. Now coming into full downward facing dog, spreading through your fingers, push into your whole hand equally. Pull your hips up and back. You can start with a deep knee bend so that you can move into this pose with straight spine. Lengthen up and back into your hips. And then if possible, with straight spine still, start to straighten out the legs. Engage through the front thighs and push your heels towards the ground. Relax through the head and lengthen up into your spine. Take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly walk forward towards the front of your mat to hang over top of your legs, feet hip width apart or wider. You can have bent knees or fully straight. Allow yourself to hang over top, your body hanging like a rag doll and turning gently side to side. Now inhale to lift halfway up. So take your hands to your shins and press in. Open through your chest and lengthen through your spine. If you need a knee bend to do this, that's okay. Feel that straight line through your spine and the stretch moving into your hamstrings. Spread through the toes. Lift up into the hips if you can. Feel the arches of your feet sucking up as you spread through your feet. And from here, exhale and fold back forward, grabbing the backs of your legs, if that's available to you, and pulling yourself in. Allow the crown of your head to hang towards the ground. You can have as much knee bend as you need here to be comfortable. If possible, fully straighten the legs and hang towards the ground, pulling yourself gently in for 2 more breaths. Bending knees. Inhale, slowly roll up through your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Try to feel each segment of the spine stacking on top of each other as you rise up all the way to standing. Standing in Tadasana, near the front of your mat. Feet hip width apart, spread through the toes. Become active through your front thighs, rotating them inward and engaging. Tuck the tailbone and lift your pubis. Rib cage stays down. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And take arms to your sides, fingertips reaching towards the ground, your palms facing towards your body. Now, sometimes you'll see hands facing forward in this pose. That's just to open through the shoulders and the upper arms. So do that now, and then see that you can still have that same opening as you turn your palms back towards your hips. Moving through Sun Salutation now, Surya Namaskar, a classic version. Inhale to bring arms overhead, a slight back bend, opening your chest without your hips moving forward. Exhale, fold forward, bending knees and hinging from the hips. Inhale to lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Stepping right leg back, lower knee to the ground, flatten the foot. Inhale up to a low lunge, arms overhead. Pull shoulder blades down and feel yourself pressing into the top of your back foot, engaging through the back buttocks and tucking tailbone. One more breath here. And exhaling, both hands down to the mat. Step your left leg back to meet your right. Come into high plank. Fingers are spread. Push away from the ground. As you inhale, feel strength through your body. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale as you slide your chest forward and raise up, baby cobra. Use the strength of your back to lift you up. Exhale, push into your hands and lift up and back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale to lift right leg up, raise onto the ball of the left foot. Exhale, step your right foot forward to the inside of your right hand. Lower down the back knee, flatten the foot, and inhale to raise up to low lunge. Slight tuck of the tailbone, engage the back buttock, and lengthen up into fingertips with shoulders and face relaxed. Exhaling, both hands down. Step your back leg forward, left leg steps forward and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bending knees, raise up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. Inhaling, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step left leg back, lower the knee, flatten the foot, and inhale up to low lunge. Steady, constant breathing through the nose with control, long, slow, and deep. Aware of each breath in and each breath out throughout your practice. Exhaling, both hands down to the ground, stepping your right leg back to meet your left. Come to high plank once again. Inhale here with strength through your body. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, raising up, baby cobra. Keep the head in line with the rest of your spine. Exhale, pressing down, pressing up and back to downward facing dog, lifting up and back into your hips. Find your fullest expression of this pose. Fingers spread, pushing up and back into your hips. Knees can remain bent. Important that the spine stays straight here and you lift up and back into your hips. Inhale to raise your left leg up, raise onto the ball of the right foot. Exhale, step your left foot softly forward to the inside of your left hand. Lower the back knee, flatten the foot, and inhale up, low lunge. Exhaling, both hands down to the ground in front of you, stepping your back leg forward and folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bending knees, raise up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, hands return to heart center. Pausing here for a breath, feeling your heart beating behind your thumbs. And now moving to a high lunge version of this same sequence, but you can remain with that low lunge if that's better for your practice. Inhale, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from hips, bending knees. Inhale to halfway lift, open through your chest, straighten the spine. Exhale, fold forward, step right leg back, and inhale up to high lunge. Again, you can lower down that knee if it's better for you today. Lengthening up, your back leg can be bent or fully straight and engaged through that back buttocks and upper hamstring to really challenge this pose. Exhaling both hands down to the mat. Step your left leg back to meet your right, high plank. Inhale here with strength through your body. Exhale, lower down. You can do chaturanga if that's in your practice, or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, raising up into cobra. Hips stay on the ground, but you peel your chest off the ground. Keep shoulders down as you open through the front of your body. Exhale, lower down. Press up and back to downward facing dog. Holding for 3 full breaths in down dog. Hips move up and back towards the corner of the room where the wall and the ceiling meet. And inhale, right leg actively up. Exhale, step your right foot softly forward. And inhale to raise up, high lunge. Exhaling both hands down to the mat. Step left leg forward to meet right and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bending knees, raise up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step left leg back. Inhale, raise up, high lunge. Exhaling both hands down, step right leg back, high plank. Inhale here with strength through your body. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, raise up into cobra. Exhale, lower down, press up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale to raise left leg actively up. Exhale, step left foot softly forward. Inhale up, high lunge. Exhaling both hands down, step your back leg forward to meet your front, fold forward. Inhale, bending knees, or halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, bending knees, raise up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pausing for a moment, connecting with breath and body. And lowering hands down to your sides. Stepping right leg back, one leg distance for Parshvattanasana, pyramid pose. So you may need 2 blocks for this pose on either side of your front foot, or a chair to hold on to. Rotate hips square to the front of your mat. Both legs are strong and active. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, lengthening forward through your fingertips as you fold, and bring hands down to the ground or to 2 blocks. your breathing as you hold, lengthening forward into your crown of your head, trying to keep your spine straight if you can as you fold forward. Inhale to raise back up, arms overhead, lengthen up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale here. And exhale, stepping your left leg back. Square your hips, active and strong through that back leg. Your back foot's slightly open, but hips are square. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale to fold forward with length through your spine, reaching to either side of your front foot. Find that length through your spine. Spread through the feet. Toes are spreading. Active and strong through that front leg to protect the knee joint if it's straight. If you can't keep that front thigh straight and strong, then take a slight micro bend to protect the knee joint. Inhale to raise back up, arms overhead. And exhale, step forward, hands by your side, Tadasana. Inhale here. And exhale to step your right leg back, one leg distance for triangle pose. So you can use a block to the inside or the outside of your foot in this pose. Back heel in line with your front heel. Back foot is open, so the back edge of your foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Back hip opens up, front leg stays straight and active. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, reach forward, lengthening through, reaching forward and taking your hand down onto your block or onto your shin. Create a straight line from your bottom fingertips through to your top. You can also take the back of your hand to the inside of the shin and use your torso to use that pressure to open your torso, twisting your chest open towards the side. If it's comfortable for your neck, you can gaze up to your top fingertip. Hold for 2 more breaths. And inhale to actively raise back up. Exhale, step your back leg forward. Return to Tadasana. Inhale here. And exhale, step your left leg back. Heel in line with your back heel in line with your front heel. Hips open. Legs strong. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge your back hips slightly away from you. Reach forward and then hinge towards your front leg. Taking hand down onto your block, your shin, or back of the hand into the inner shin. Lengthen from fingertip through to fingertip. Breathing with control. Long, slow, deep inhale. And controlled exhalation of the same length or longer. Inhale to actively pull yourself back up. Exhale, releasing your hands down and stepping forward to the front of your mat. Inhale here. And exhale here. Now turning towards the side of your mat for wide leg forward fold. Perhaps you need 2 blocks in front of you here. So standing with your feet together to start and jumping out to the sides, hands out at shoulder height. Look that your hands are directly over top of your ankles. This is the correct distance in your wide leg forward fold. We tend to go too narrow here, and that actually makes it harder. So take a nice wide stance, hands over top of ankles. Engage through your legs strongly and press in to your outer feet. Hands to hips. Inhale, open your chest, lengthen through your spine. Exhale to fold forward. Taking hands down underneath your shoulders or onto two blocks and trying to keep your chest open. You may be able to move further into this pose by walking your hands to between your feet. As you move deeper in, be sure that you're not shifting your hips backwards. Your hips stay in line with your heels. Taking 2 or 3 more breaths here. And then walking back forward, hands underneath shoulders, hands return to hips. With strong active legs, inhale, pull yourself back up. Now moving to warrior two, turning your front foot towards the front of your mat, opening that front foot up, opening through your back leg. Inhale, arms up, shoulder height, and then exhale, start to bend into your front knee and sink your hips down towards the ground. Keep your shoulders, your torso right over top of your hips as you do this. Lengthen from fingertip through to fingertip and gaze over your front middle finger. One last breath here. And slowly releasing, straightening your front leg, return hands to hips, square your hips, and now rotate your back foot open towards the back of your mat. I'm turning sideways so you can see me a little better, rotating open through that back hip. Inhale, arms up, and then exhale as you start to bend into your knee. Sink down into your hips. So now you're facing towards the back of your mat with your front, that knee on the back of your mat bent and looking over the middle finger towards the back of your mat. Sinking down as far as you can, close to parallel with that front leg. Staying active and strong through the back foot into the ground. Last breath here and exhale to release. Turning your foot forward and once again jumping back. Feet together if you can, or stepping feet together and step back to the front of your mat. Now open your toes out towards the edge of your, step a little wider than hip width and open your toes out. Moving to Malasana, Yogi Squat. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, sinking down into a nice deep squat. Elbows move to the inner knees. Pull your chest forward towards your hands to lengthen forward into the crown of your head. If this is really difficult for you, you can take a yoga block, preferably a cork one or a wood one, and sit on it. Find your balance there. If you're not able to get into this position, you can just come down to seated. We'll be joining you shortly. A few more breaths in Malasana, lengthening forward, lengthening up into the crown of your head. Now making your way down to seated position, Dandasana. So legs are straight in front of you, active, strong legs. If you can't do this pose without feeling yourself tucking under and rounding low back, then take a block and raise yourself up. From Dandasana, taking 5 breaths, lengthening through the crown of your head. Stay strong through the legs, pull the toes towards you and work to straighten the knees and lengthen up through the spine. Inhaling, arms overhead. Exhale to fold forward into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, grow taller. And exhale to fold forward a little deeper. Aware of each breath in and each breath back out as you hold. You may have a knee bend in this pose if you need. Just important that you're finding a stretch through the backs of the legs, through the spine. And you're not fully rounded through the upper back in this pose. There's a gradual curve through the spine, allows you to fold forward. Inhale to raise back up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Take the soles of the feet together, pressing in with the feet towards each other, and stretch the knees away from you, away from the midline, towards the sides of your room. Aware of each breath in and each breath back out as you hold Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Again, if the tailbone tucks under and you feel yourself sitting on your tail as opposed to your sitting bones, then raising up your hips in this pose is an excellent way to find a better position for the spine. Now straightening your right leg out forward in front of you and taking the left knee towards the ground. You can press it into a block for better engagement if it doesn't reach the ground here. Moving into Janu Shirsasana, front leg is active and strong, pull toes towards you and rotate towards your front foot. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale to fold forward with length through your spine, grabbing onto either side of your front foot. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold forward. Now you might not be able to grab your foot. You can grab either side of your shin or just the mat beside you and gently pull yourself forward. Or you can use a strap or towel, belt of any sort to pull on, wrap around the foot and pull yourself gently forward. Taking 3 more breaths here in Janu Shirsasana. It's head to knee pose, but don't get too hung up with the head to knee. It's more head to shin actually if you're able to. What we don't want is to try to get head to knee and round through the whole spine here. We want that lengthened position, gradual rounding through the spine. And inhale to raise back up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands come down, switching around your legs. So it is nice to have something to push into with that right knee here, as the right knee's bent now, foot to the inner thigh, left leg straight. Rotate through your torso towards the front leg. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, fold forward with length through your spine. Grab either side of your front foot. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to pull yourself gently forward. Aware of each breath in and each breath out as you hold. Inhale to raise back up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands coming back down to your sides. You're straightening your legs out and making your way down to lie on your back with knees bent. Moving into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, with your hands to the side of your body, heels slightly away from your buttocks. Begin by flattening your low back into the ground, and inhale, lift up the hips all the way to fully extended straight line, shoulders through to your knees. Now spread through the toes. Press into all four corners of the feet with the arches lifting. Now in bridge pose, we want to feel a spreading of the sacrum. So the butt isn't clenched all the way. There's a feeling of spreading and lifting through the outer hips towards the ceiling and the inner thighs down towards your mat. You might not get this cue at first, but keep trying. If you'd like, you can go to modified bridge by interlacing fingers behind your back, pulling shoulders together, and starting to lift your hips higher, pull your chest in towards your chin, arching your back. When you're ready to lower down, lowering back down slowly on your exhalation. If you're still up right now, take one more breath and exhale to slowly release back down. Pull both your knees into your chest now, hugging them in. Take a few breaths here. And releasing your feet back down, taking your right foot just above or just below the left knee, the ankle bone just outside there. Now you can hold here, pressing into the knee, your right knee with your hand. Or if you want to move deeper in, lift the left leg up, reach to grab around the back of your thigh and pull in, or you can grab the front of your shin, pulling in, finding a stretch into the outer right hip and breathing into it. Long, slow, deep breaths in and out, slowing down your breathing as we hold this restorative posture. As you breathe into the pose, feel that you can release some tension with each exhalation. Hold your awareness on the areas you feel the most tension and notice how it might change as you breathe with control. Exhale to slowly lower left foot back down, then right, and switch around. Take your left foot up just below the knee, the right knee, ankle bone just outside of your thigh. And you can start by pressing your left hand into the knee to push it away. And this might be as far as you go today, or to move deeper in, lifting up the right leg, reaching through to grab behind your thigh, or all the way to grab the front of your shin, and finding that nice stretch through the outside of your left hip, breathing into it with long, slow, deep breaths in and out. Last breath in the pose. As you exhale, slowly releasing your foot and then your other foot back down. Once again, pulling both knees into your chest, hugging them in. And lowering arms out to your side at shoulder height, palms facing down, knees above your hips. Exhale to lower both your knees towards your right, all the way down to the ground. Turning your gaze towards your left and making sure your left arm, shoulder, and hand stay down into your mat. For a deeper twist, you can use your right hand to press down your knees into the ground, holding here with control, with long, slow, deep breaths in and out. Inhale to slowly raise back up to center, and exhale to twist slowly to your other side, keeping your right shoulder, arm, and hand down as your knees twist to the left. Taking the same variation you took last time, using your hand to push down, if that's better for you. Turning your head towards your right. Final spinal twist before Shavasana, becoming more and more calm with your breath, relaxing, perhaps even shutting down your eyes. Taking your last breath in this pose, and inhale back to center. And from here, starting to position, make your way down to Shavasana, making any adjustments you need to your clothing, any last movements you need before you settle into relaxation. Feeling fully aligned, lying on your back, a straight line from your head down through the spine to the right between the center of your feet. Arms slightly away from your body with palms facing up. Feet would probably like to flop out to the sides. Fully relax, bringing awareness first to your surroundings, to any sounds in your environment. Without judgment, observing the sounds around you. Now bringing your awareness to your own breathing. Your natural breath, beginning to scan through your body, relaxing each part, beginning with your forehead. Fully relax your forehead. Feel if there's any tension in your forehead. Letting go of this tension. Relax and soften your forehead. From your forehead, relax down to your eyes. Soften your eyes. Let them sink into the skull. Through your nose, cheeks, mouth, and jaw. Fully relax your jaw. Feel, is there any tension there? Can you let it go? Relaxing down through the front of your throat, the sides of your neck, into shoulders. Your shoulders into your arms, down through forearms, hands, and into fingertips. Fully relax through your arms, from neck and shoulders. Relax through your chest, open and spacious through your chest, through your belly, soft, relaxed belly, nothing left to hold on to. Relaxing down through your hips, thighs, knees, lower legs, to the soles of your feet. Relaxing from lower back, buttocks, the base of your spine, up through your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Fully relax through your whole body. And gently bringing some movement back in, moving around part by part, wiggling fingers and toes, stretching arms overhead long with an inhale, moving around as it feels good for you right now, bending your knees and roll over to your right side. Support yourself on your side. And slowly make your way back up to seated, where we'll finish our practice for the day. Seated upright, just feeling into your body as you sit up with hands at heart center. Awareness through your body, any changes you've experienced from the start until now. Feel where you might be more open, energized. And we finish our practice with a single Om and 3 Shantis. Wherever you are in your breath, exhaling now, and inhale for Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Namaste.